The bond, the instinct, and the behavior that is protection. In the feline world, just like in our very own day-to-day lives, our job is to protect. We are called to protect. Our friends, our families, strangers on the street. The good in us tells us to protect. Cats, they read from the same book, I suppose, and today we'll share some pages from that book, laying out just a few of the core reasons as to why cats protect those they love. In this material, we'll talk about hardwired behavior, the bond of loyalty and trust, you playing the role of a security blanket, the exercise of love, your life, the way you behave on full display for your cat to see, the learning element, and finally protection, simply because your cat cares. Something that could go beyond selfish protection and actual love and empathy. The old stereotypes. They tell us that cats are only in it for themselves. And on many levels, that is very much true. However, when the chips are down, cats are certainly known to rush to the scene in an effort to protect fellow felines, other animals, and us humans. Interesting topic and hopefully a fun and informative one. I've got you covered. Stay tuned. Let's kick things off with the hardwired portion of today's program. Cats, well, it's just who they are. They like to claim things and then defend. This goes for property, other animals, other felines, people, you name it. Toys, food, snack treats. If a cat stakes claim to something, they're naturally going to defend it and protect it. On the human side of life, once a cat, your cat, decides, you know what, you're pretty cool, then you've likely got a defender and protector for life. In the same way that your cat owns the napping spot or your backyard, in many ways, they own you. In times of trouble, real or otherwise, your cat will protect you just as a means of defending territory. They'll claim you, all the rubbing against you that your cat enjoys so much. This is just one example of that protective nature. You have been claimed. Now let's move along to the trust and loyalty bit. If you've been around senior cat wellness for a while, you know that I speak about this one quite often, especially when talking about the end goal, the end game, the prize, the effort, the quest to gain your cat's trust and loyalty. Well, when that day comes, and if it hasn't already, hopefully it will for you very soon, but if your cat has bonded with you and is aware of your importance, the key roles that you play in the life of your pet, they'll protect you just as a means of principle. At this level, you're essentially part of the crew, part of the family. You're really just a big cat. In the same way that mama cat would protect her kittens, felines that are loyal and bonded to humans will feel an obligation to watch over their caretakers. We've talked about the hardwired nature to protect and the desire to protect out of loyalty and bonding, but what about the education of it all? Will a cat protect you because they've learned that protecting is something that you do? Is your cat protecting you because they've seen you protect them? In a word, yes. Cats are always watching, soaking in all of that valuable information. If you've had your cat for years, since they were born or since kittenhood, they've had a long time to take in the valuables. And at various times, they've probably seen you stick up for them in some capacity. Whatever the circumstances, if a cat trusts you and watches you handle business, the job of protecting them, they've likely learned a thing or two or 10. Cats will often protect humans simply because it's something they've seen. This is a learned behavior, a copied behavior. In the same way, cats will get defensive against the enemy if they've seen you get defensive with the same enemy. As an example, have you ever had to shoo a cat out of your yard? A bit of a troublemaker type of cat. Have you ever done this in the presence of your very own cats? From personal experience, I can tell you that my cats, one in particular, after I shooed away a cat for a while, my cat took on the same posture. My cat could sense my displeasure with that other cat, so he shared in that same displeasure. You are messing with my human, so now it's time for you to go. Another reason why cats are very protective of humans, and this one can stretch beyond loyalty and trust, and that involves the willingness to protect because they truly, and I mean truly, care. They truly love you. It's not a selfish defense, but a genuine defense and protection. This, in many ways, is the greatest form of protection of all. please allow me to explain this one just a bit, if you don't mind. Cats, just simply based on who they are, and instinctually how they have to live, they're not born trusting, far from it. Being both predator and prey, trust can place felines on the bad side of this life adventure if they're not careful. Additionally, cats, they're just hardwired until softened thanks to love and compassion. They're hardwired to look after, number one, everything is done from a self-serving position. For years, there has been a belief that cats only care about people because it's a means to an end for them. Your cat can't afford to have anything happen to you because you are the one who provides the food, the water, the shelter, and all the good things. It's not about honest love, it's a self-serving love. You need to be right with the world so they can continue to enjoy the good life in their world. Now, I do very much realize that statements like that can sting a bit, but for many cats, it's just how it goes, especially cats that live off the land. They'll play every trick in the book to get what they need from a human, to meet the essentials. If that involves purring and rubbing against your leg to fool you, then so be it. This is why I often speak about loyalty and trust. The objective is to turn this kind of behavior into meaningful behavior, to sort of crack the code in some ways, to break your cat's mental state, that hardwired state just a bit. Give them enough love and affection. Meet those daily essentials to the point eventually where the affection amounts to no strings attached, a no strings attached relationship. Now, coming back to my final point, being a protector because they truly care, this is a level where your cat will protect you for genuine emotional reasons, protecting you because they do feel a legitimate connection, rather than protecting you because of their own personal needs. Their personal needs could be at stake. As a human example, the concept of giving without expectations of receiving something in return. As a cat owner, it can take a very long time to arrive at this stage, to create a relationship where your cat truly enjoys your company without selfish measures and selfish needs. Ultimately, this introduces the questionable topic of empathy, the idea that your cat protecting you is protecting you because you're worthy of protection. Just on your face, you as a living being are worthy of protection, and your cat understands and sympathizes with your desire for protection during times of trouble. Now, that's a lot to assign to a cat, perhaps a lot of assumptions as well. However, I know people watching this video, longtime cat owners, will likely attest to this level of connection or something very similar. This space of existence, let's call it, where it no longer matters if essential needs are being met. Your cat is happy because they are in your presence, and you're the one who they want to be around the most. In short, anyone can do the heavy lifting, but not anyone is you. And because of that, you deserve protection just for the overall good of the situation. This is like Michael Jordan. We're now in some rare air here with this one. So, to the audience of Senior Cat Wellness, in the comments section, this final point of protection, of emphasis, if you will, and my attempted explanation, and I hope I did a sound job. Talk to me, please, about this one. Share your experiences. And hey, if you do have counterpoints, as always, points of disagreements, when it comes to legitimate compassion and empathy, let me know. All comments, as always, and forever, all comments are indeed welcome. With respect to the rest of the content from top to bottom, what are your overall thoughts? In what ways has your cat protected you or displayed signs of protection? Has your cat ever, due to the circumstances, physically, and on some level, defended you? That cat in the backyard example that I gave earlier, has your cat ever had a bit of a rough and tumble with another feline or another animal, and it looked like for all the world that your pet was coming to your rescue? Your thoughts and personal stories, as always, that comment section, it's all yours. And if you enjoyed this content, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thank you so very much for watching, and I will talk to you later.